Hi guys, how are you all? I thought I'd come outside and do a quick YouTube, although I'm not quite sure now where to stand because the sun's, well, it's not quite gone down, but it's still pretty beautiful out there. Just to show you all again, you can see the sea in the background and the swimming pool. The resort really is absolutely gorgeous, to be fair. Right, I'm going to sit out of the sun and have a little chat with you guys. Sorry about that. Typical me, not organised at all, am I? Hi, for any of you that's just joined me, my name's Jan Silver and I've been video logging my journey to and beyond a gastric bypass, which I had just a little over 20 weeks ago at the Berkshire Independent. I won't do my stats because I obviously can't remember them. I can't math, I can't number, especially not when I'm on holiday. And today's been an odd day. I have had quite an emotional day. For those of you that follow me on Instagram or my WhatsApp group, you'll probably know I went to visit my dad's grave today, which was really emotionally draining, actually. I think I was trying to work out why I felt so sad. My dad died 17 years ago. He died in the year 2000. And I'm not taking away anybody's, time doesn't stop you from feeling sad about losing a parent or anything like that. But I think because he's buried here and I don't have somewhere to go and grieve for him back in the UK, when you come here, I'm just realising that my costume's hanging on there. Oh, I'm all fidget bum. Totally normal for me, right? Sorry for those of you who have just joined me and you think, God, what is this woman on about? Anyway, so I think because it's here and I can only make it so infrequently, it kind of hits you all over again when you come. Whereas I think if you were in England and you visit a parent's grave or you've got somewhere where you go to think about them, it's part of the healing process that you are able to move on a little bit, I guess. So yeah, today was really, really tough. I nearly lost it at the guy hiring the car because he added £20 extra bloody insurance or something, which just pissed me off completely. And I was like, just pay it. And then my husband's saying, well, you didn't actually have to pay it, Jan. That was a choice. I'm like, oh, well, sod it. You're not here. And, it was so... Anyway, it was fine. I drove from here, it's only about 7 miles outside of where we're staying at the moment, Kissonaga, the little village where he lived and where he's buried, and my stepmother. I mustn't forget that she's also there. She died 4 years after my father. They were both alcoholics and they kind of knew what they were doing. They knew they were slowly killing themselves, so they weren't stupid, and that's the choice that they made. So, but anyway, I was really proud of myself that I got in the car this morning. I thought I'd have to use Google Maps and, it has changed so much in the last 20 years. This place is so much more built up than I remember. Obviously, a lot more hotels, a lot more houses and apartments, and you're kind of like, shit, I don't recognise this street. But actually, when I drove through Paphos Harbour and got out the other side, I knew exactly where I was going. I didn't need my phone or my sat-nav. I drove straight there, up into the banana plantation, which is where Kissonaga is, and I actually stopped at the little church first where Dad had his funeral, and my daughter Chelsea was actually christened there in 90. Oh, see again numbers, I don't know, but yeah, she was christened out there. My dad had a Cypriot christening, which was quite interesting, but it was all right actually. It was an experience at the end of the day, and she hadn't been christened back in the UK because I'm not religious anyway. But anyway, besides the point, it was really, really nice to do that. And then I popped to his grave straight away to have a look at the state of it, see what I needed to do. And then I headed up to a shop called Pap Antonio's that my dad and Marion always used to go to. And I just bought a candle and a little glass jar. Marion's cross, sadly, that I was worried that I would have to pencil in, actually has disintegrated. It isn't there any longer, and I have a bit of a dilemma in my head about that, but I won't go into that into great detail about that at the moment. I'll just leave that one where it is. We know she's there, and yeah, I got very upset when I was there. I FaceTimed my daughter, and that was really nice. It felt like she was there with me, and I think just doing anything like that on your own, you kind of, when Howard's dad died, we went to Australia together, and you kind of yeah, but yeah, I did it on my own. I put my big girl pants on and I had a good cry, and you know, and then my husband rang and he was lovely and he just said, look, Jan, don't worry about Marion's thing. Let's get her a plaque made at home and we'll take it over again. So he's prepared to come back over to Cyprus so that Marion isn't completely forgotten, you know. But what I don't want is somebody to take my dad's headstone down and then put a headstone up for her. So it's one of those, it's a bit of an odd one for us. And I also spoke to my sister Nikki, who said, hi Nikki, because I know you watch this, and I know she knows it was going to be a difficult day today, but she'd also like to come back out. So I'm wondering if we, you know, have a bit of a family holiday to come back out here, because at the end of the day, you know, as I've shown you, it is the most beautiful place. Cyprus is absolutely stunning. You know, the seas are blue and the people are lovely and it's not too expensive. So yeah, it'll be good to mix that up and say, right, we'll come over and we'll sort out my stepmom's plaque. Just something to remember her by, I guess. So yeah, I haven't felt ill since the other day, which is really good. The wedding was absolutely beautiful yesterday, considering it wasn't my friends. Everybody was just so lovely. I think I told you there was nearly 50 people here from England. You know, what a lucky girl to be able to have that many people over in, you know, what is it, 4.5 hour flight away from home, and that many people made it to their special day, which was just awesome. And everything went smoothly. She looked stunning. It was really melting hot, but you know, great NSV for me is I just said to my friend Becky that I felt really comfortable in my dress, and that's the first time in 44 years actually. So, and there were a few reasons why. Obviously the weight loss helps, but you know, I didn't feel judged. I didn't feel, I felt good, and yeah, I don't remember a time when I felt good in a dress and heels. So that's a winner chicken dinner for me, really. And just sort of lounging around the pool in a swimming costume. I'm not saying I feel completely comfortable in that, but it's better than I used to be, you know. So yeah, it's been really, really nice. We've got one more full day tomorrow and then we head home on Monday. So Lexi wants to come in on a YouTube, but she's getting showered, ready to go out. I've got the car until 11:30 tonight, so we're actually going to have some dinner at the hotel and then pop down to the harbour and get Lexi an ice cream, just so that we get out of the hotel a little bit, which will be nice. So yeah, I'm glad today's over and done with, in a sense. As sad as it was, I spent quite a lot of time at my dad's grave, and which isn't a bad thing, you know. Tidied it up a bit, and I've taken some plants, naughty, you know. And anyway, I do that kind of stuff. And I visited a couple of beaches that I used to take my kids to when they were younger. And I also went to where my dad used to work and saw Dimitri. Andrea wasn't there, one of the bosses, but it was really lovely to see him. He bought me a coffee, and you know, it was just nice. It was a trip down memory lane, and I needed it. I needed to do it. And now I can relax and perhaps have a glass of wine. It'd be rude not to tonight, right? I did have 2 glasses of wine yesterday and a couple of pina coladas, I think, which obviously aren't bariatric friendly, but I was at a wedding, I'm on holiday, and like I said, you know, this isn't about me completely depriving myself. I've been really good since my dumping the other day on not having sugary stuff, so let's see if that can last. I hope so. I hope everybody else is really well, healthy and happy, and I will try and chat to you again tomorrow, and hopefully Lexi will come in on that one anyway. So take care, everybody. If you haven't already, please click like and subscribe, and I will chat again tomorrow. Thanks, bye.